Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, and good afternoon. The Honorable Director of BP3IP Jakarta, whom we respect from Shanghai Marine Service Ltd and team, whom we respect from Hafnia Tanker and team, whom we respect structural and functional officer in BP3IP Jakarta, and all the participants in the general lecture today. First, let us pray and praise to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, God Almighty. Because of His blessing and mercy, we can come together without any obstacle here, with healthy condition in the general lectures, Shanghai Marine, Seafarers in Managing Future Challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, on these occasions, let me deliver the structure of the event today as follows. First, opening. Second, speech from Director of BP3IP Jakarta. Third, general lecture which will be delivered by Executive Director Shanghai Marine. Fourth, the questions and answer session. And the last, closing. Ladies and gentlemen, now we will hear the speech from Director of BP3IP Jakarta by the video.
Honorable Mr. Trenche Zawi, founder of Shanghai Marine Service and Managing Director for Singapore International Maritime Institute, Mr. Francis Chin, Executive Director, Shanghai Marine Singapore, Mr. Zhang Li, Operation Manager, Shanghai Marine Singapore, Mr. Sifas Kapo, General Manager, Head of Crewing Hafnia Tanker, Mr. Surajit Chandra, Vice of President, Fleet Technical Hafnia, Management Team of BP3IP, Training Officer and Cadets, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon for everybody. First of all, let's we praise the presence of Allah for His grace. We are given head to gather in this room. Please allow me to start my opening remark to warmly welcome all of you to the BP3IP campus, as well as conveying my apologies for not being able to meet the delegation from Shanghai Marine Service and Hafnia Tanker directly, because at the same time I have to attend a hearing meeting with the Legislative Council along with the head of the Human Resources Development Transportation Agency. I hope that we will be able to meet again soon in the near future to discuss a mutually beneficial cooperation and collaboration among us. At this year, BP3IP celebrating an 73 years of anniversary. It was established under the name Herr Haling Cruise in 1949, or the Center for Science Education Refresher and Improvement Shaping Balai Besar Pendidikan, Penyegaran dan Peningkatan Ilmu Pelayaran, abbreviated as BP3IP, is committed to carrying out its duties and function as a qualified maritime and maritime education and training institution. BP3IP continues to strive to become a modern, comprehensive and superior marine and maritime education and training institution with all the innovation that follow technological development. As the first public service agency training institution under the Ministry of Transportation, BP3IP continues to improve its service and maintain the principles of efficiency and productivity in carrying out its activities. BP3IP will continue to be committed to improving the quality of education and training program in the maritime sector by following market development based on national laws and international conventions in order to be able to produce the qualified graduates in the maritime sector. As a form BP3IP's commitment to improving training, equipment in facilities with the latest technology. This year, we are currently installing the latest version of the fuel mission liquid cargo handling simulator from the manufacturer of Wärtsilä Voyage, which will adding to the total of our 42 laboratories and simulators that currently exist and complement the types of training service, especially those related to the handling of liquid bulk cargo that will be provided to seafarers in particular. Furthermore, we are indeed very happy and pleased that you were able to spare some time and your busy schedule to deliver a general lecture to our training officer and cadet with the theme of Shanghai Marine Seafarers in Managing Future Challenges. I thank to our guest speakers, Mr. Francis Chen and team for honoring our invitation and accepting to join us. The topic that will be brought up in this public lecture related to the future challenges of seafarers is a very interesting topic to discuss. Of course, it will be very useful for participants who incidentally mostly are seafarers, as we together aware that the issue of technology advancement today, including automation, are making sea transportation more complex and sophisticated with have impacts on personnel, both on board and also including to the seafarers. With the experience of Shanghai Marine Service in serving more than 50 ship owners and management by supplying up to 4,000 seafarers annually to various types of vessels. They can share the knowledge needed by today's seafarers to face the challenges of the future. Therefore, the participants should be able to take advantage of this opportunity as well as possible and discuss more deeply if needed. Indeed, it is my sincere hope that at the end of today's lecture, the participants will have developed a deep awareness and interest in managing their future challenges as a seafarer. It is now my pleasure to invite our guest speakers, Mr. Francis Chen, to make this presentation. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we come into the main part, that is general lecture with the theme Shanghai Marine, Seafarers in Managing Future Challenge, which will be delivered by Executive Director Shanghai Marine to Mr. Francis Chin. Time and place are welcome.
Hello. Uh, nice to see you all. A very good afternoon to you all. Thank you for having us, the top management here, and all these aspiring officers, senior officers of the future. We are very glad and honored to be here. We have the program lined up, but it'll be quite fast because Shanghai today we come with Hafnia tankers, and they prepared a short presentation to show you about the company. So to introduce themselves, company. So followed by Mr. Surajit Chanda, then Mr. Shiva Skabu, and then after that I will do the sharing. It's not a lecture, but it's more of a sharing with you all as you all are attending this class now. Something that's relevant because we have seen a lot of training school. We have engaged a lot of owners, and they have some concerns and some sharings also with the students and seafarers. And with that, we like to share our experience with you. And of course, at the end, we have Q&A. You can ask the owners and ask us anything that we can help, we can share. We love to share with you, and so that we can learn together. All right, it's not one way, it is both way. So without further ado, I will invite our chairman and group MD, Mr. Terence Charles, first to give a short introduction of himself, and then we'll followed by the Hafnia group, and then followed by me giving the lecture. All right? Thank you very much. Next slide, please. I'm the MC for the day also, so I have to do all the inviting. May I invite Mr. Terence Chow here to give a brief speech of why we're here.
Okay. Good afternoon. I'm very happy to see all of you here. I believe we have captains here, right? Can you raise your hand? Who are the captains? Or the future captain? Future captain, future chief engineer, right? Okay, great. I'm Terence Chow. You know where I come from, right? I didn't wear a mask because Singapore just announced yesterday no need mask in Singapore. So I come from Singapore. So you see, all of us, we left our mask in Singapore. But I really enjoy all of you still wear mask. The moment I keep into your airport, I see Indonesia is a great country. People very disciplined. I really like it. So I come from Singapore, but I also come from China. I come from Shanghai as well. 谢谢. Thank you very much. So Shanghai is a name. From the name you will know where I come from. Singapore is a short form. S-I-N-G, half Singapore. Shanghai, H-A-I, half Shanghai. That's where Shanghai come from. So what we are doing here, Shanghai is a human resource management company specialized in seafarers. Just share with you, I was also lecturer in the Maritime College in China before I went to Singapore. So I feel very happy today I can sit here to speak to you again. Looks like I go back to my time as a lecturer in the Maritime College. The feeling is very good. So today we are here in Indonesia. Why we are here? You come from Singapore, you also another half from China. Why I'm here? To be very honest with you, what we can see from the topic Francis is going to present to you, we have problem. Our industry have a problem, a big problem, as you all are aware. So what are the main problem? We are shortage of people, right? the whole world now shortage of seafarers, especially officers. Of course, especially the quality officers. Singhai, we work together with many ship owners and managers. Our clients like Hafnia, they are very concerned about the quality of the seafarers, not only the number. So we need to look for good officers, good ratings, no matter where you come from, which nationality you are, doesn't matter. So that's the main reason we come here, because we know Indonesia is a great country, producing a big number of seafarers. But regret to say, you have a big number, but your percentage in international market still have a big room to improve. Am I right? So I believe many of you sitting here, you look forward to your future, working in international shipping company, the modern vessel, a bigger vessel, trading worldwide, getting higher pay. Am I right? Yes. That's the reason why we are here. This morning, we visited STIP. This afternoon, we come to BPTIP. So we want to work together with the local, the best players like BPTIP, like STIP. We do something together. We try to produce more employment opportunity for our Indonesian seafarers. So how to make it happen? First, we need to learn from you, from the industry, because we are very poor about the knowledge about your good country, about the industry. That's why just now we share, we sit together with your management. I see we come here, our journey is a learning journey. So maybe you listen to us, but for us, we also want to listen to you. So then once we know where we are, we have the knowledge, then we can discuss with you how we can further improve the collaboration in a way to benefit each other. So this afternoon, from now onwards, of course, we give the presentation. Never mind, later on, I hope to listen to you. You can raise your hand, ask your questions. We can actually have a more open dialogue. Do you like it? Yes, great. So now I don't want to spend too much time. I just pass to Francis for the next. Later on, I will come back again. Thank you very much.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Surajit Chanda. I am the VP Technical of Hafnia. And on my right is Shivas Kapoor, Captain Shivas Kapoor. He's head of crewing at Hafnia Tankers. Yeah?
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah.
As you can see, this Hafnia, we are a member of the BW group. BW is a very large group, which we will show you later. Can you, next slide, please. Okay, this is the BW group. And if you see, we have BW LNG, then we have BW LPG, we have Navigator Gas, and we have BW Epic Kosan. We have 4 companies dealing in gas. So, and I think we are the largest in almost every segment in the gas sector. Then we have the upstream, which is BW Offshore and BW Energy. BW Offshore, we do a lot of oil exploration, and even BW Energy, we have oil fields. We are also producing oil. We are taking oil from deep sea oil fields. Then we have the tankers and dry bulk, and Hafnia is here. We are the biggest product tanker company in the world. So we are from Hafnia, both of us. We have DHT, which we have a lot of VLCCs. We own a share in DHT. Then we have BW Dry Cargo also for Kamsar Max to Suezmax bulk carriers. On the other side, we have a lot of other companies which deal in solar, wind, and water, and even technological companies, Alpha Ori for digitization. We have underwater optical cables, Waikiki, Doctor, and also a lot of environmental interests. Next slide, please. This is just a little bit about the history of Hafnia. Actually, the history of the whole BW group. So as you can see, Bergerson was founded in 1935. So we are over 85 years old now. And in 1955, Worldwide was founded in 1955. And in 2003, we bought over Bergerson. So Worldwide bought over Bergerson. And then we renamed ourselves to BW. So, and then in 2019, we merged with Hafnia. Hafnia was started in 2010, and of course they had their different logo in 2013. But in 2019, we joined forces, and BW Tankers, only the tanker part, we merged with Hafnia. And then after that, this is till now. And of course, after the takeover of around 32 vessels at the beginning of this year, we became the largest product tanker company in the world. Okay? Okay, next slide. No problem. Oh, you got remote. Okay. So basically, we are a ship owning company. We own, as I said, we own the largest number of product tankers. And we have our own commercial management pool. It's called Hafnia Pools, where we have over 300 ships. And it's increasing even more. Then the technical management, which myself and Shivas are a part of. So we have our own in-house technical management of ships. We manage ships in-house. And we also have external managers managing our ships. We own ships and we give them out for external management. Then we have a Hafnia bunkering department, where we bunker our own ships and we also bunker for clients. So right now we are bunkering for over 1,000 ships, 1,000 ships. Okay. There you can see just a distinct. We have about six offices globally. Yeah. Six different offices. Actually, the Dubai office was opened only recently, about a month and a half back. We have 4,500 seafarers on our ships. We have 123 ships that we own, and of course we are managing more than 250 vessels. Yeah. Our fleet is pretty young. If you see, the average age of our fleet is only 6.6 years. So we are in different pools with different sizes of product tankers. We have a specialized pool for small ships, and then we have the handy pool, which are around 38,000 tonners. Yeah. Then we have the MR pool, which are the 50,000 tonners, and we have the LR pool, LR1 and LR2 pool, which is. But apart from this, we have opened 2 more pools. Actually, we have 6 pools now, We have a chemical pool and we have an LR2, a separate pool for bigger ships, 115,000 ton ships. And if you see on the right, these are different companies that are in these pools, and they are part of the pools. We do the pool management for so many different companies, including our own ships. BW also is the same thing as our mission, our vision, which is best on water, which also is BW. So we have the same, vision, mission, purpose and values as our parent group, BW group. So this is what our purpose is, and then we have our values, which are our care values. So if you see, it spells out care: collaborative, ambitious, reliable, and enduring. So everything we do in Hafnia and also in the BW group, that is, so all of us abide by these care values. So any interaction with internal, external stakeholders is always done through our care values. This is our zero harm house, of course, leading up to best on water. So we have 3 different pillars. We have the visible leadership, learning from incidents, and behaviors. And of course, right at the bottom again, we have our care values. So whatever we do in Hafnia is built on this safety or zero harm house, we call it. Some safety statistics up till the beginning of this year or till last year. So we've been doing pretty well. No major incidents at all, and no spills, and we are continuously improving on our safety statistics. We lay a lot of stress on safety statistics. Actually, zero harm is, we believe in zero harm to people, environment and property, in that order. First is people. We don't want any harm to any of our seafarers or even on shore, people on shore. Then we don't want any harm to the environment, no pollution, no spills overseas. And then comes the property, which is our ships or whatever. This is SIRE and PSC. On tankers, you have a lot of inspections done by oil majors and also the port state authorities. So these are statistics. We are continually improving. Of course, it's not easy in some places because there are places in the world where you have very pedantic vetting and port state inspectors.
Okay.
Let Shivas take this.
Yeah, maybe I can just take you through. This is our crewing team. And do you know what crewing department does? Can anyone say what is the meaning of crewing? So crewing department is basically looking at recruiting the seafarers, training them. They look at their development, promoting them to senior positions, and also most importantly, we look at how to retain our competent crew. Okay. So this is our crewing team here. I am the head of crewing. I am based in Singapore. I am also a master mariner. I've sailed for 12 years. Then I came ashore, and I've been doing crewing for over 10 years now. So you see our team in Singapore. We have about 6 people who are managing day-to-day crewing activities, like taking decisions on whom to recruit, whom to promote, and also involved in a lot of retention initiatives that we take. And on the right-hand side, you see the different offices we have. The offices in India and Philippines are owned by BW Group. They are our own offices. And below you see external manning agents. We presently have 5 manning agents in China, in Sri Lanka, in Eastern Europe, and we have Singhai, who's recruiting Singaporeans, Malaysian, and now Indonesian crew for us. So as Surajit mentioned in one of the slides, Hafnia employs more than 4,500 seafarers globally. And I am in charge of the ships that we manage internally, which are about 55 ships, and we have more than 2,000 crew. And we have more than 13 nationality, 13. So we believe in quality, then looking at nationality. So we are nationality blind. And one of the major challenges that we or any shipping company is facing today is about manpower. What will be the future manpower? So I think Terence asked a very good question initially. How many are the masters over here? And I did not see any hand. So may I know how many are the future masters in this area now? If you can raise your hands. Only one. Come on, don't be shy. You just have to raise your hands. Future master, future, who want to be master. And the chief engineers. Okay, that's good. You have to be confident. Once you embark on the journey of seafaring, you need to make sure you become master or chief engineer, right? Great. Okay, I think we can go to the next slide. Yeah, thanks. Okay, this is just our crewing strategy. We made this strategy in 2019 where, all the senior management in Hafnia, they sat together and they were discussing how should we recruit, from which nationality we should focus more, what sort of training we should do, what should be our retention initiatives. So after spending good 2 days or 2-3 days of discussion, we actually pinned down what should be our strategy. So we looked at, of course, where more seafarers are coming from. As I said, we are nationality blind, but we also need to focus on areas where we have more seafarers coming. So we decided that we will take more seafarers from India, Russia and Ukraine, Soviet Union, and then Eastern Europe. And we will have backup nationalities as Philippines, China, and Sri Lanka. And we also wanted to bring in more female seafarers, So when we made this strategy in 2019, we had very, very few female seafarers. I would say maybe less than 10. Then I was given a KPI that we need to have at least 30 by 2023. And I was given a new KPI by my boss that we need to have more than 100 now. 100 female officers. So we have also female cadets over here. Any? Okay, great.
They're officers now. Huh?
Right. So we also see that Indonesia, there's a good market also. There are a lot of females who wants to join sea. And we really welcome you all, because we are doing everything to make sure that our ships are ready for female officers. So we have all the supplies, we have various sizes of boiler suits, safety shoes, and all the necessary equipment on board. And we are also developing things like maternity leave clauses and stuff like that to welcome, female seafarers. Okay, thanks. This is just to show you, as I told you, we also gave a strong focus on how to retain our crew. So we invest on crew welfare initiatives. So this is one of the initiatives that we have, which is called Hafnia Wellness Program. We launched this in 2017 on 10 ships, where we were encouraging seafarers to be more healthy, So there were some who were not very happy. They said, we don't want to exercise, we are very tired. We work on the ship, we get very tired, we don't want to exercise. And then we told them, this is not only about physical exercise, it is also about the mental well-being, So there are activities here like drinking more water, quit smoking, socializing, you see a lot of activities they are doing. So when they do these activities, they earn points. And after they have enough points, they can redeem them into gifts, So they are able to buy things like mobile phone or, iPods or whatever when they earn these points, okay? We have a lot of welfare initiatives like this, okay? I think that's all from my side.
Are there any questions for us? Does anyone have any questions for Hafnia? No? So I think everything was crystal clear. Thank you.
Oh,
yeah.
yes,
Go
one
ahead, go
question.
ahead.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. My name is Rudy Hartono. I'm from Engineer Class 1 Training, E-Class. And my question is, in this moment, do you have seafarer and also officer and engineer in all of your fleets? Because as we know, some of the company, maybe this is a little bit ridiculous, I think. Mostly in Indonesia, we are from the Seafarer Academy. We are very strong for the hierarchy. And then, when of the seafarer already in one office, in the strong position, they will cut the other seafarer to come and to join to that company. Because mostly we are in here, I think willing to join in this company. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very, very, very good question, and thank you for bringing this up. As Shivas mentioned, we have 13 nationalities. 13 nationalities in our internal fleet, which has got about 2,000 seafarers. So I believe, and I've always advocated this for a long time, that I like a mix of nationalities. We do not like one nationalities, and we do not have any ships with one nationality only. We do not have this, because we believe that the best teams work in diversity. If you have one nationality top to bottom, then you have a lot of hierarchy. You are right about this. There are a lot of hierarchy. They will not be able to, stop unsafe practices, and there will not be any proper discussions between different. When you have different nationalities, people are ready to challenge other nationalities. So that is a good behavior. We like to see that behavior.
Okay, thank you very much. Maybe next time we will join with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Surajit, Mr. Shivas Kapoor, and Mr. Terence Chow. Okay, now it's my turn. So, we are very happy to see you all here and listening to the sharing, okay? We are partners with Hafnia, and we also partner many other companies, right? So, today, we are here just to share with you what we are doing. So, you have a ship owners, what is Singhai doing? So, who are we? Who are we? Okay, so this is a very brief slide to introduce to you what Singhai is doing and how we work together with owners and with the crew so that they can have a good partnership. All right, we are like the matchmaker, and we find the right candidate, the right people for the owners. Okay, we are a leading crewing company in supplying quality seafarers to Chinese and international ship owners and managers. All right, not only that, we also crewing solution provider for our clients. That means because we are in many areas, we have many nationalities. We have bigger owners, we have smaller owners, and we pool all the resources, like for example, lately the COVID issues, how to get air ticket, which is the best port to deliver the crew, to change the crew, for crew change regulations. We are updated daily. And also we benchmark what is the salary scale of the world and all that. So we are able to give a clear, precise picture to the owners and to the crew also, so that it is a level playing field. All right, that's what we are doing. What is our vision? right? Is to be the best, the first choice partner. And what is our mission? Is to provide quality seafarers. That's why we are very selective, okay? And what is our values? Is to serve our clients with heart. We always believe in honesty. Just now the gentleman there asked a very good question. This is not the first time you hear this question. There are a lot of levels where people block the new one, the good one coming in. And that is where we want to try to solve this problem. Therefore, we work with honesty, enthusiasm, accountability, responsibility, and trustworthiness. We have a lot of trust with our crew. We have a lot of trust with our clients. We are also selective with our client. Not anyone can be our client. Only the good ones, we work with them. Our head office is in China. We have branch office in all over the places, whole area of China. You know, China has about 1.4 billion people. All right, China is number 1 in population. India is number 2, slightly lesser. Number 3 is America, and number 4 is who? Do you know? Indonesia is number 4, okay, in the world population. I think Indonesia, you have about 275 million people. So you see how big resources are you. You are the 4th largest population in the world, and especially young people like you. We have a training school also in China, and outside China we have Shanghai, Singapore, we have Shanghai, Yangon, and we have representative office in Indonesia. What else we do? Okay, this is our Mr. Terence that he has introduced himself. Mr. Terence has been in this line for many years, doing manning training, and he's very active in the international forum and seminars. This is our team, our organization. I'm not going to go through everything, but roughly you can see how organized we are, what we are, and who we are. All right, this is the officers, the executive directors, the general managers, and the resources we have. Okay, the next slide will be interesting for us to really introduce what we are doing. Okay, twice a year we have, we have a staff and our senior officers to do a seminar in China. All right, all the officers will come over to China to do a conference. And our services, we are not only providing seafarers to the international market, we also do maritime education and training, and we do many other things like protective agency, and we also do sourcing for shipping companies. Our resources. We have a pool of about 7,000 Chinese, about 500 Myanmar, about 700 Indonesian in our pool. Okay? Every year we recruit cadets, about 200. Majority are Chinese, but now we're gradually putting more and more other nationalities. Okay? We have about 110 vessels with full sets manning. Mostly are Chinese, some are Indonesians. Full sets, that means the full sets are our responsibility to provide the crew to them. And during the COVID period, in China, we delivered more than 100 vessels to our owners. Usually delivered from China to Korea, and then they change crew, or China to Singapore, or China to Middle East. All right? One very far, we are delivered all the way to South America, Mexico. It is what we are doing and what we are doing best. That's why we have a lot of experience and provide solutions to our client. Our group, we have 3 groups. First group, the International Business Group. We have about 150 vessels under our International Business Group. We have about 30 over international clients, like Hafnia, one of our international clients. We have about 120 seafarers now on board the ship. Chinese Business Group. You know that Chinese owners are getting very big. They are you're going to be the biggest tonnage owner in the world. Every day you see big ships delivering from China. So we have about 200 ships with the Chinese owners, and then we have about 45 business clients, and we have about 2,500 seafarers, Chinese seafarers on board the ship. Cruise business. We're also into cruise business, right? We have about 10 vessels, 5 clients, and we have about 1,700 marine, hotel, and club crew on board the ship. Club and hospitalities like hotel, casino on board. We also work with sub-agents to deliver our crew on board the ship. Like this vessel, Genting Dream, now that the COVID is more or less stabilized, this ship is running around Singapore. we are the crewing manager for about 1,500 hospitality and club crew on board. On board the ship, many are Filipinos. There are also about 300 Indonesians on board. Okay, we work with 2 other Indonesian agencies in Indonesia itself. Full set manning, we have bulk carriers, we have containers, we have oil and chemicals, FSU also we do full set manning, and we have offshore and tugs. Non-Chinese crew is a smaller pool where we're trying to grow them. We have about non-Chinese on board, we have about 400 over. We have Indonesians, we have Myanmar, we have other nationalities of smaller number. Ukrainian, Russians, Indian very few, Bangladesh, Malaysians, Singaporeans. We also have a training center. Our training center is in Nantong, and we conduct a lot of courses, just like what you are conducting. Some of course, what you are doing, we also conduct these courses there. Providing quality education, we conduct about 32 maritime courses and ship owner specified courses. Many ship owners have special requirements, and we will conduct the courses for them. We have also a lot of professionals, trainers, ex-chief engineers and master mariners, like all these courses, right? These are some of our clients: BSM, Hafnia, Williamson, Wallam, CMA, CGM, etc., etc. Okay, Columbia, V-ships. All right, these are just some MERS. All right, we are the exclusive agent for MERS line in China, OCL, fleet management, things like this. All right, with that, this is a short introduction of who we are and what we do. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Next slide, one more. This is the sharing. No, close. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, now come to the part where we like to share with you. This will be very interesting to you. It's not going to be very technical. It's something that's like a storytelling, because we have worked with many owners and many seafarers. And the world is changing so fast. And the reason we want to share this with you is because we hope, by sharing with you, able to generate your interest in changing your attitude about learning, changing your attitude about how you're going to face the future. All right? Things you can be learned in school, but without the right attitude and why you are doing it, you will not change. Only when you know what is the reason, what's the background, why I need to do this, then you will change your attitude, you change your learning habit, you become to unlearn, to relearn. You heard that term before, right? Very good. I see many of you are very young faces. Very good. You have a lot of future. And I hope by sharing these things that we have gathered with a team of our colleagues and all that, and some we pick up from our clients, we're able to encourage you all to be future masters and chief engineers of the future. All right, these are the skills required. I hope you pay attention to it, and then we learn from it. You'll learn about, now is so much of changes on that, but do you know that in the past it started the history of Industrial Revolution? Where they started like this. They started with the steam engine long ago. That's the first industrial revolution. Okay, the steam engine, they come about, then start to produce more. Then the second industrial revolution, it become mass production. All right, like the making of the Ford cars, electricity and all that, right? And the third industrial revolution is what? It's a technology where we are born, where we are. Everything becomes so fast, correct? Last time was not so fast, but now everything becomes so fast. And now we are coming into the era of Industrial 4.0. Have you heard of this term, Industrial 4.0? Anyone heard of this term? Industrial 4.0? Okay, then I'll share with you what Industrial 4.0. 1, 2, 3, 4. In today, we are moving toward Industrial 4.0. Same for ship, same for shore, same for all the economy. What is 4.0? It's about getting smarter, doing things better, doing things faster, right? What is this? Internet connectivities and things like that. What is this? Do you know what is this? Anybody know what is this? Anybody heard of autonomous ship? Anyone heard of autonomous ship? Autonomous ship is a ship that runs by itself, nobody operating, everything operating ashore. So you see the change of thing now. The world is changing so fast, the technology and things like that. Okay? Today it gets more intelligent. Digitalization, disruptive innovation, and we have Internet of Things, big data, artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, autonomous ship. These are the things that the future seafarer will need. That's why institutions are changing their teaching style. Youngsters are learning different things. Okay? What is digitalization? Digitalization, how it impact you all? What will be the change? Okay, to share with you, I was a chief engineer many years ago, 20, 30 years ago. My learning, my doing about the ship is different from what you're doing now because things change, right? Before everything is manual, now everything is electronic, IT, system management, monitoring of operation, operational work, maybe degrees, right? When you have more automation, you reduce the manual work, but you need a lot more of other skills to manage the ship of the future, like Hafnia. All their ships, like just now you share, 6 years plus average. Many are new ships, and they're coming up many new ships. New ships are dual fuel. You heard of that? Dual fuel ships? Ships that run on fuel, fossil fuel, also run on clean fuel, gas, ammonia, methanol, hydrogen, all right? With technology, now the officers ashore can understand what is happening at sea. Now we have visited many of the clients. The client in the office, the management, we only look at the screen and they can tell everything what is the ship doing at sea. All the monitoring point. Are you bunkering correctly? What is the consumption? What's the speed you're doing? Why the ship is slowing down? Is the temperature high? All these are monitored ashore now. All right? And I hope you all will learn all this technology and be part of you. Before you have masters, you have chief engineers who give instruction to do. In future, what will happen? They need people to collaborate. Okay, you're no more like I'm the captain, I say, or I'm the chief engineer, I say do this, you do this. Now you have to work together because the people are getting smarter. And we have to work together with the shore people so that we are able to deliver what we're supposed to do. Time, saving money, right? Electronic photo certificates, just-in-time operations. Big shipping company like Maersk, CMA, CGM, Hafnia, they work with IT companies. They do blockchain technology. Anybody know what's blockchain technology? Anyone? Okay, blockchain technology is something that you cannot replicate. Okay, it's a blockchain so that the certificates or the things, information is being tagged one by one so people can trace back. And every block has a hash where you cannot change. That's like your QR code, right? That's why you scan, you have a QR code. So all the documents are being sequenced and nobody can change that. To change that you can, but very difficult to change. So that's blockchain technology. Have you heard of cryptocurrency? Right, a lot of people now recently lose money in cryptocurrency using the same technology, okay? Shipping is going to this. All your certificates in future will be, in future, by your handphone, right? All your certificate is there. You don't have to bring a physical certificate. You come to any other company or anyone, they scan your QR code, all your information is there. How to make sure that you don't fraud your certificate because of blockchain technology. Okay, in future, no more carrying one big file, but with your handphone, all your information will be there. All right? But how it affects the shipping? Use of AI. Heard of AI? Artificial intelligence? This is where it's called the machine learning. The machine now become very smart. You all use a handphone, right? When you, sometimes you go Facebook, why you have a lot of feed? Feed, you know what is feeds or not? That means comes to you. Like today, you go and look for a bicycle. Next moment, you see a lot of bicycle advertisement coming into you, right? You look for a t-shirt. Next moment, you see why the Facebook, all the t-shirt advertisement come. This is artificial intelligence, machine learning, right? So same thing, as our economy improve, all this will apply to shipping, apply to your work area, apply to what you are doing. So I hope that you all change your mindset, improve yourselves, because the world change. If you don't change, you'll be left behind. When you change, you open your mind, you'll be smarter, you will make use of technology to help you to be a better person, okay? Learning to assess optimization, fleet planning, compliance monitoring relating to the environmental regulation. All these are applying a new technology. IoT, Internet of Things. You may heard of, you may not heard of. Internet of Things means using your internet. We're doing a presentation like that. If not, before we do presentation, we use a flip chart. You heard of a flip chart? Click flipping one at a time. Next, next. Now, by clicking, by doing this, Internet of Things, right? All of you also. But how it helps us? Because on board a ship, you have sensors, you have actuators, processors, integrated things, and all this. And this increases the reliability. That's why we embrace this technology change. How it affects shipping. You see the ships there? In the future, you see the ships, you have all these satellite, sensor point, and things like that. Okay? You become a captain, you become a chief engineer. When you come ashore, become a superintendent in future, fleet manager. You will be managing the ship from the office in your future. Very fast. The world is changing really fast. You have smart transport, right? Like your Gojek, your Grab. Then you have smart shopping, right? You go online shopping. What happened now? You also have the smart ship. Okay? The shipping era has changed. If you don't change, then you'll find yourself not able to catch up, because every country is changing also. China, India, Bangladesh, Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia, Eastern European, and Indonesia. Every country has to change to catch up with things, okay? The future of work. Having shared with you all what is happening on board, how about the future of work? What is your work going to be like? You'll be less paperwork because all will be digitalized. You work from bridge or engine room to a computer screen. You will look at a computer screen more. Just now I see some of you also are looking at your phone, because without the phone you cannot survive. Right? Everything is there. The same thing next time on board the ship will be all this. Okay? Leadership organized on board ship will be dramatically changed due to digitalization. Change from operating to monitoring, managing, and supervising the system. So you need different skill set. The future seafarers need the new skill sets for this kind of ships. Command and control to collaboration. We stress a lot on leadership training, because what you learn in classroom, but in future, you have to collaborate with all the parties. Okay, you will be different leaders, different type of leaders. Human automation and human-to-human coordination will become important. And leadership can be explained as a capacity to consult with a manager or expert ashore. There will be a lot of interaction with shore. Okay? Are you ready? Very good, very good. I'm glad to hear that. You know, we have visited many institutions. BP3IP is always in our mind we want to visit, because we heard that there are a lot of driven people here, the people of the future. We just now met with the top management. They shared with us the vision they have, and you're in the right place, right? And you're young, full of energy, full of ideas. The future of shipping belongs to you, and you're part of the change. What do I need to do now? Just attending classes, right? What you need is training. That's why Singhai and also the bigger owners spend a lot of money and time to improve our training. The school also changed their curriculum, changed their training method to improve so that you come up with things. What are the future skills for the seafarers? What do you require? Seafarers, you have to cope with Industrial 4.0. Just now I shared in the first slide. What is Industrial 4.0, okay? And you require different and more innovative competence and expertise. No more like now, open the screw, put back the cylinder head, or just chart the water. There are a lot more skills that are required. You need EI, emotional intelligence, you need to negotiate, you need to adapt to cultural change because of people and the transferring of knowledge. You need your IT skills, ability to learn, and research competency. You need technical skills for operating and monitoring, analyzing, troubleshooting information, and data processing and programming. Do you know now, probably you have passed the stage. Not sure about the Indonesian school. Do you all learn data processing? In other countries, the cadets, the academic schools are doing mass data programming. Because there'll be a lot of data, they must learn to analyze data. So this is one part of it that they have to do, the Internet of Things, okay? Motivation, competency to learn. You must be motivated to learn. You must be motivated to learn anything new. All right, put all the old things aside and change yourself to learn new things. This is a term that people use. Next time we are no more a seafarer, we become an e-farer, right? Everything is computerized, everything electronic, all right? And the importance of education and training. We, Singhai, we collaborate with many top universities in China and also to conduct training for our seafarers. We look forward to lecturers and student exchange with countries to further develop ourselves because we learn from each other. Today is not giving a lecture. Today is sharing with you what we learn, what we hope, and we also want to hear from you. What do you expect so that we can change ourselves to improve? Okay, now I move a bit to green shipping, which is going to finish soon. Anybody heard of green shipping? Anyone? How about the gentleman over there? Yes, you. Have you heard of green shipping? No. Anyone heard of green shipping? Do you know what's green shipping? Do you know what's green shipping? Do you know what's green shipping? Okay, green shipping is about going green. Why do we need to go green? That's why I said it's important to know you are doing something. What is your reason for doing something? When you know your reason for doing something, you have the interest to do it. Right? Green shipping is about carbon zero emission. Global warming, right? Is Jakarta sinking or rising? Sinking, right? But why? Because of this climate change. It's not Jakarta is sinking, it's the water is rising. Correct or not? Same with our Singapore. Our Singapore, so the water is going to rise in next 10, 20, 30, 50 years' time. So what we are doing now, we are spending money and research billions of dollars next time to build a wall around, Build a wall so that in case the water come out, we won't flood the whole city. We are doing that. Same for what you all do. We are not like Indonesia. You're so big country. You move your capital to another place. Good. Solve the problem. We cannot move. We've moved to nowhere. We are surrounded by water. So we have to think of technology to improve ourselves. Okay? Climate change is because of climate change that you need sustainable shipping requirements. This is one thing you have to know also. All the new ships are built differently. All the new ships are built with a focus to be environmental friendly. What do? They use a change or mix of energy, mixed source of energy source, reduce the greenhouse gas. Greenhouse gas are like carbon dioxide and gas that spoil the ozone layer. When spoil the ozone layer, you have more heat, more UV ray, you melt more ice, you get more water, and the water rise, the country go down. So simple as that, right? So you see why shipping has to go green. Because when you burn your engine, you start to run your engine, you burn the gas, are all the greenhouse gases produced. That's why they have to reduce it. Okay? In future, ships, I have now what they build all the ships, will be dual fuel. I explained to you. Dual fuel because you have two types of fuel. Clean energy, like ammonia, hydrogen, methanol, LNG and all that, they're very clean. When they burn, they do not harm the environment. Right? Same for ashore also. Now you don't use the coal power station, you use windmill, you use hydroelectric and things like that to improve. You use solar, right? Same for shipping. Providing safe and healthy. Why you need to do that? So that you provide a safe and healthy, secure work environment so that people want to work in shipping where they can enjoy a rewarding career and achieve full potential. And ensuring reputation of trusted, reliable, responsible partner communities where a good company with ships built for the future, the whole world will want to use them, okay, because they support the green shipping, right? and you have developed the financial solution to reward sustainable performance. Right? You all will heard of this sort of thing. What is sustainable? Sustainable means can last, not do something that cannot last, cannot sustain at all. Okay? And you have to be very transparent. That's why you have your SEEMP, right? Heard of SEEMP? Right? On board the ship, you have your sustainability, environmental index and things like that, where you measure your pollution and all that. Okay, these are the requirements. Just to share with you a bit what happened in 2050, all the ships will be emitting zero. 2050. In 2030, you have to have, every company has to have a policy so that their future will go towards 2050, whereby all the ships will be zero emission. That's why you see the new building are different from before. All right, next time if you go on board the ship, you see different things. If you go to a new ship, modern ships, you see they use different fuel. Bunkering, you'll be bunkered by LNG bunkering ship. Right? Green shipping. This ship, some ships next time will be electric also. That means they run on electric power. But for big capacity, they're still studying how to do it. Small capacity, smaller ship, coastal ship, they can do that. It is also the corporate social responsibility of company. Company like Hafnia, company like Maersk, CMA, CGM, it becomes a responsibility to take care of the environment and the people, so that they want the people to know what is the reason for doing that. They don't want to invest money for fun. Not because regulations say A, you got to do A. They do it because for a reason to protect the environment, right? The purpose of this is to strengthen safety of life at sea, prevent ship source pollution, and mitigating any adverse effects from shipping operation of the environment. So it's all about environment. So is it just one person's job or one shipping company's job? It's everybody's job. So when you become a master or chief engineer on board a ship, understand why you are doing it. People say don't throw rubbish overboard, nobody see you throw overboard. That's right or wrong. But if you know what is the reason for not throwing plastic overboard, then you will not throw plastic overboard, right? So we have to change our mindset, why we are doing things. Ask yourself this reason. We want to protect the environment, not protect just for the sake of protecting. Protecting with a reason, okay? Thank you very much. Anyone has any question? Very good. Yes, sir. My team may answer your question if I cannot answer your question. This is a very nice, are you engineer or captain? Deck officer. It's good to work on the deck work.
Check this. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Jonathan Tarigan. My question is about AI.
Yes.
Since 2015, AI founded by Elon Musk, CEO Tesla or SpaceX company, I realized this very great technology. Can you imagine if in the future, even in Tesla self-driving car, but in the future like self-driving vessel? What do you think about our opportunity, like vacancy for a crew? Okay, that's the first
question. Okay.
The second question is about fight climate change.
Okay.
Can you imagine like in our rooftop already solar panel, wind turbine, but the equipment is still expensive, sir. So if the company gives like the cheap equipment, can achieve fight climate change. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Wait, before you go. Wait, come. Since you asked a question, I was more present for you. Singapore keychain. Okay. Any of our team member like to answer the question? His first question was Tesla and all that. So autonomous car, so no driver. How about ship? Can ship achieve that? No, nobody on board a ship, operate by itself. Anybody like to answer? If not, then I will pick up the answers. Anybody like to add on, the team? You have anything to add on? So his two questions. First question is that how about autonomous ship? Car you can understand, but ships, is it achievable? First question.
There are autonomous ships already. There are some smart ports, like Singapore also is trying to become a smart port.
Yeah.
So there are some vessels which are autonomous in Singapore already. And also in, I think in Rotterdam and Antwerp, there are some smart, they're calling them smart ports, and they have smart ships, but these are very small coasters and, you know, sort of pilot or, you know, sort of launches which can do this autonomous run. But for seagoing ships, we have a long way to go, because in the high seas, the weather, and then you have a lot of different, anybody who's been to sea will know that, you know, there's very bad seas, there is bad weather, you know, you can have Beaufort 5, 6, 7. So those sort of situations, I think autonomous ships, you'll need to have somebody on the bridge watching out, yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Surajit. Does that answer your question? And one thing I'd like to add on, the autonomous ship, like what Mr. Surajit has said, yes, it's already in, if you go and Google and check, the ship's name is Yara in the Scandinavian side. They're really trying that, but it's not for big ships, it's not for long distance. Maybe the more technology need to be developed. But is it possible? Can it be run? Yes, it is already running, controlled from shore. And some company, they are going into like a supply boat, pilot's boat that's unmanned and it work. Okay, what is the main issue with all this autonomous thing? What do you think? What is the main issue? Okay, let me share with you. The main issue is also, one of the things is insurance. All right, if something goes wrong, insurance, who will pay? Everybody will be pointing the finger. When go well, very good. If something happens, then insurance say, why would I want to do all these things, right? Insurance is paying out money. So this one, issues and regulations, they have to tackle all this. They have to resolve this matter. It's not what you and I or we think is good. It is a whole global. There are one people who on this side and people on their side, the insurers, the regulation people and things like that. Okay. Your question number 2 is about all these things is very expensive. I know. Putting a solar panel, I give you for example in my house. I was thinking whether to put the solar panel or not to put the solar panel. But to invest and put in solar panel, for my case, I have about maybe 9 to 10 years for my returns to come back, because it pay a lot, right? I got to spend a lot to install the panel. If I install the panel, when I can get back the return, take about 10 years. So if I install now, and 10 years later, if nothing happened, I get this depreciation and get back. But if something happened, a new technology come along the way, it becomes another change. So, but in the end, will all these things get more expensive or cheaper? The world show that usually you will get cheaper as more technology, mass production and things like that come about. So ships is possible, right? We are reducing, things are getting less expensive than before. Last time you see the ballast water system is very, very expensive for a start. Now it's getting cheaper, things are getting cheaper as they learn from it, as they improve from it. Thank you very much. All right. Next question. Anybody? Yes, sir.
Okay, me again. Yeah, I'm concerned with the electronic certificate.
Right.
I'm very interested about this. I think it's going to be very, very useful for us. Because in Indonesia, mostly we have problem about certificate.
Right.
Why? Every 5 years, we have to change our certificate, and then we are as a seaman, only 3 months, we are very good in shore. After that, we are collapsed because no more money. But we are facing about certificate, and then we cannot go into the ship soon because the government cannot provide paper. But with this system, I think it is very good.
Yes.
My question, how come we can do that system really, really working, that the that certificate is original or not. Because in Indonesia, very sorry, yeah, very sorry right now. For what we are in here, sitting down until 1500 in here, listening about this, and then finally in outside, very, very plenty of the fake certificate. Yeah.
So your
how?
question is how? Your
Yeah,
question is
how
we
you
solve.
can, how we can provide that original or fake system, or from hacker or from something.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have one presento for you. Thank you. I hope you like it. Okay, any of the team member like to answer? Yes, Mr. Shivas.
Yeah, I think it's a very good question you asked, and there is already some flag states which has approved this already. For example, Danish Maritime Authority, they have approved this digital certification, you know. So how this works? We also did a pilot as BW Group. We did a pilot with a company which was based in Norway, and they were like, how can we digitalize certificates, for example, for an Indian crew or for a Philippine crew? So for this to work, you have to also have the buy-in, of course, from your flag. For example, it was a Singapore flag, so we had a buy-in from MPA. We had a buy-in from DG Shipping in India, or for example, Marina from the Philippines. And they also had approved some providers like Compass, which is a crew information system provider. So once you have approval from all parties, then this thing can work. So there are more and more companies, more and more flag states now looking at this. So I'm sure even Indonesia will be a part of this soon, you know. So for this to work, as I said, successfully, there has to be a buy-in from all the parties. And then you have a platform, you know, where certificates are uploaded. They are verified through the platform. There are, I mean, as Francis mentioned about the blockchain technology, everything is possible, you know, uploading, verification, and then you have that paper. And there are talks also to port state controls, that when we as a seafarer show you the e-certificate, you know how to read, and you also approve that, you know. You don't find the ship or say that you don't have a paper. So very soon, you know, the paper thing will go, and it will be all on all the e-certificates. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Shivas. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Shivas. I'd just like to add on, if you noticed earlier in my slide, we mentioned about blockchain, and also Mr. Shiva also mentioned about blockchain. Blockchain is a new technology, it's the digitalization, all right? This will eradicate all away all those fraud, because nobody can change. That's why you have cryptocurrency. It's yours. People putting billions of dollars inside. But the thing will not disappear. You disappear because it's loose in the trading. But that doesn't mean you put in and somebody change it for you. They cannot change. Blockchain technology is every block, it has a hash, right? And the next one got to replicate the hash. And the next one got to replicate the hash. So there's a chain of this, and it goes to all the stakeholders, right? And stakeholders cannot change, because if one person changes, the rest of you will know. All right, this is a new technology, and it is real. Like now, all our phone, we have our vaccinated certificate in Singapore, right, from Singapore. I'm just sharing our experience in Singapore. But you can see that people can change, right? No. These are from the IT company that work with the government, whereby once the government uploads it, nobody can change. Nobody is able to change. Therefore, what you show, your phone number, your name, your IC, everything, is notarized by the government body. Same for the certificates in the future. You will be notarized. All right, nobody will be able to change it. That is the technology. So I hope I answer your question, sir. Thank you very much. I have one last question. I think I'd like to ask I think I'd like to ask one of the ladies to give question. Is it fair? Fair, right? Fair, right? Okay. One of the ladies should ask a simple question, right? Because we are in the equality now, like say Hafnia say, you're going to have more than 100 female cadets, right? They encourage you, or officers encourage you to be more open to share. Do you have any question to ask, ma'am? Either you or you? Do you like to ask a question? I give you the priority first. If you say you don't want to ask question, I can pass on, but I give you the priority to ask a question. How about you? Okay, now my next opportunity we can ask. Yes, sir. Very smart. Come. And fortunately, I have the last keychain for you. I will prepare 3. So that will be the last question, yeah? Good luck to you.
Good afternoon. As we heard before, you come here for each other benefits. BP3IP and
You put out your mask, I can hear better, yes.
For BP3IP and of course the ship's owner or the crewing, right?
Yeah.
So I have few questions here. I saw before you have about 700 Indonesian people. My question, how many are senior officers from this 700?
Sorry, you say again? 700?
700 Indonesian. I don't know, is this only seafarers or including in the shore also? From this number, how many are senior officers?
Okay, we have 700 Indonesian in our pool. There are many Indonesian CVs or seafarers, right? But in our pool, means to say those in our database, those that we have screened and we think we are appropriate. You see, a lot of people send us CVs, some agents, SRPS company, or some friends. I always get CV. I look at it, good, that I can think we can use of them, though I don't have the opportunity now at this moment, I will put them in I will make a call first. All right, I say, please update your CV. I put it in our database. In today's database, we just started not long ago, we have about 700. On board the ship, I put in my slide, we have about 400 over mixed nationality. So your question is, how many are officers, how many are ratings? Senior officers. I think in senior officers, for us, I think almost probably 30%, 40% are senior officers. Because we believe senior officers are the future. You know, and a lot of owners would like to try out senior officers. Okay, ratings we have is sometimes we deliver the whole ship. We have delivered one ship with senior officers and ratings, all full set Indonesians. We have done that. Okay, so I hope I answer your question that in our pool, just in our pool, more officers than ratings in our pool. Okay.
Next.
Okay.
So I assume now you are finding e-farer. You say it's not seafarer anymore, but now e-farer.
Yes.
Is it only for officers or how about the ratings?
Officers is most important because you're going to operate the machinery. Ratings is most important to change the mindset. Okay, that they know, like I shared with you, all these things come into play because the ship will be equipped with new equipments, grow green shipping, all that. The ratings must understand why they are not doing that. I know I'm a seaman before, and my ships will get fined before for they are doing things. What? When nobody in the night behind, they throw rubbish, right? But not forgetting people can pick up, satellite can pick up. If they know that what is the reason, even as a rating, for not doing that, then they will know that, oh, they will do it with a willing heart. That's the point.
So now we are finding people, right? But maybe in the future, we are going to Industry 4.0. Are you preparing these e-farers for the auto ship in the future or what?
Now, it's already on the move. All right. Maybe for y'all, it's a bit difficult to catch up because they go from the cadets. But I share with you, in many training schools, I'm not sure about Indonesia, whether I have time to, I haven't really engaged them fully. But schools in China, all the schools are doing data programming already. They are ready, making them ready to be e-farers, other countries also. So I hope that by sharing also, your system may change to prepare you for the future. Like just now what Mr. Terence said, Indonesia traditionally, many are domestic shipping. We have domestic pool. I mean, we have engaged a lot of Indonesian seafarers, but not many wants to go foreign going because sometimes they don't know whether they can fit in or not. But we hope to work together and bring out more to the international ship owners. That's what we hope to do. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. That's all, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay. So with that, I conclude, and thank you very much again. Yeah, thank you.
Can we give applause to Mr. Francesine and all the speakers? For the Mr. Francesine and all the speakers from the Hafnia tankers, we would like to say thank you very much for the knowledge and information. Now, before we entering the closing session, we are proceed to the photo session with the all speakers and the all officers from BP3IP. So maybe the officers, we can stand in front in here with the all speakers, and then Mr. Francis, we can photo session. Yeah. Boleh semuanya berdiri, kita akan foto bersama. Thank you very much. Finally, we got to the last session. As the master of ceremony, even guiding this event, I made mistake or offend someone here. Please forgive me. Thank you for the all speaker, director, and officers, and all the participants gathered here. Let us close this event by wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon.